It's the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage.
And taking the ball for Milwaukee, Brandon Woodruff. Ready to go here in game one. Bo Bichette up to the dish. 1-2 here. Out towards right center field. Bowers on the move to the gap. One away. Juan Soto down. Just underway here in Milwaukee. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
That's outside.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Full count now. Jorge Polanco waiting to hit for the Mets. We'll see another payoff pitch. 2 down, nobody on. And that one hammered into the corner, but foul. This is downstairs, and that's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. So, man aboard. Jorge Polanco. What a stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Now it's the Brewers' turn. We go to the bottom of the first. And taking the ball for the Mets, Tyler McGill. Chris having a scouting report. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Here's a 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Takes it in for the out. And now it's William Contreras. To third, Mauricio. Handles, throws the first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. 2 down, bases empty. Now here's Jake Bowers. The 1-1. Drilled in the air out is the inning. We move to the second in Milwaukee. No score. Game 1 of this wild card series. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets. Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger.
Ball.
It's truly special. 3-2. And La Pantera heads back to the dugout after the K.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
That one to first. Gets to it with a slide. Go to the pitcher, and they get the out.
There really is a different feel to the postseason. I only got 5 games of postseason action in my playing career, but I treasured each of them.
2 outs, base is empty. Ronnie Mauricio now. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Struck him out without a swing. That K is his 3rd of the game. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Bottom of the inning. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso.
Number 25, Pete Alonso.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A massive home run. The Brewers score first. It's 1-0.
It's no surprise this guy has won the home run derby multiple times. He was born to hit him.
So up next, David Hamilton. That's in there. Gonna count 1-2.
They're just going to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
In the air, out towards right center. He's got it. And there's one down. Next for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. Oh, great stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. Andrew Vaughn now. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Lifted in the air, right center field. Adele on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Milwaukee strikes first on this solo jack. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here at American Family Field, top half of the 3rd inning, Joe Adele up now for the Mets. Off the mark there, 3-1. That's a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Swings through that one for strike 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Here's a 2-2. And that just misses.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Body caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
Got him swinging. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Back to the top of the Mets order. Bo Bichette getting ready to hit. And a big swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Base hit into right field. So the inning is still alive with Juan Soto coming to the dish. The 1-1 is fouled off. Bichette, the runner at first with 2 gone. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. 1 hit, 1 left. We head down to the home half. Back here in Milwaukee, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. It bangs off the wall. And he's into second with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Sets him down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. This is Bryce Terang. This one drilled, right center field. That one heading for the fence, and gone! A two-run homer, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. On the ground to third. Mauricio with the throw to first. Two away now. Next for the Brewers, Jake Bauers. This one in the air, center field. And that will end the inning. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. It's now 3-0. On to the fourth.
Out. 3. Save. 3. Now pitching for the Brewers, number 26. 3. You're out. 3. Now pitching for the Mets, 3. Number 32.
Game 1 of this wild card series. Top of inning number 7. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. This one smoked on its way out of here. Jorge Polanco goes deep. Luis Robert now. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Stays alive. There's a swing and a drop. That one's got a chance. And in one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages.
Here comes a skipper.
For the Brewers,
Here's Marcus Semien. And that's a strike. Got it. One gone here.
Well-executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Now the third baseman, Ronnie Mauricio. The 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and
Swings through it for the K. They limit the damage here. So they pick up. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game center.
The 17th, Jack Jack.
And a payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field. Robert gets under it. And there's one away. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. Ball to strike. Hit hard, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
The batter, number 3.
Next for Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz. In the air to left center. Robert on his way over. That's out number 2. Up now for Milwaukee, Brandon Lockridge. And that one in the air center field. Robert under it. And the inning is over. Back here at American Family Field. We go to the 8th. Francisco Alvarez. Up now for the Mets. Late swing fouled off.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team.
Terrain takes it in for the out. One down. And now it's Juan Soto. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
There's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across, because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
Man at first, one away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him swinging. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's Francisco Lindor. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Mets lead 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Hudson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terrain. His 2-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
In the air, out towards left center, and there's one down. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. Here's a high fly ball out to center. 2 down. And now the right fielder, Jake Bowers. 2 down, nobody on. Swing, a high fly ball, right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone!
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience, because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
So 2 down. Here's Pete Alonso. There's a 1-1. And the sweeper catches the plate. Struck him out looking. Another run for Milwaukee with the homer. Last chance coming up here for the Mets. Game 1 of this wild card series. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here comes the skipper. The 2-2 on the way. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's Luis Robert. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Going down, base is empty here in the 9th. Swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Uribe, 1 strike away from securing game 1. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. So the Milwaukee Brewers off off with the right foot here in this wild card series. They take game one in front of their home fans.
Yeah, and you could argue there's even more pressure on you as the home team in a 3-game series, but these fans definitely showed up for this one. They had an impact, Boog, and their guys took care of business.
And on the other side of things, it'll be an elimination game in this same atmosphere in game 2, so that will be quite a test to keep their season alive.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ball 4, take your base. Ball 4, take your base. That's ball 4. Save!
Now pitching for the Brewers, number 33, AJ.
Ball 4, take your
Now
base.
pitching for the Mets, number 38, Devin Williams.
And we welcome you in, already 2 away here in the 7th. John Shelby with Chris Singleton. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
2-2 now. This one in the air, right field. Base hit! Runner around third. He scores, and the Brewers even it up.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Alex Vesia.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
This is Bryce Terang. Simeon tosses to first, and the lefty reliever does his job. Jorge Polanco digs in now.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Man, that slider bearing in your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. The 2-1. And fires in a fastball at 95. Strike three. And
ridden all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch
on, and it remains 2-2.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good reload.
And that's the strikeout looking. And he strikes out the side in the 8th. It's the Mets 3 and the Brewers 3. Decisive third game of the wild card round. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. William Contreras now at the plate. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here. And this place is rocking. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 4-3. Lots of waving towels, and American Family Field is electric right now. Jake Bowers, the next to hit. That one's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
This one smashed down the right field line. 1 away. The 1-1. Here's a line drive to left field. Out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Center field. Robert should have this one. And that ends the inning. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Simeon. And here comes the Brewers. Swing and a miss, and out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Close,
that's
but
the ball.
call the ball. Ball 2.
Out
on strikes. Only 1 out remaining for the Mets.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy.
Next offering, popped in the air, right field. Ball game. The Milwaukee Brewers are headed to the National League Division Series. So the Milwaukee Brewers Brewers get it done here in Game 3 with the backing of their home fans, and they can celebrate for the night as they shift their sights to the division series.
Yeah, congrats to them. These 3-game series don't leave a lot of room for error, Boog, and it really could have gone either way coming into this game. I think they fed off of this crowd, and those are the types of things you love to see this time of year.
And the season comes to an end in the other dugout. Not what they were looking for from their October run. So they'll move into the offseason looking to make improvements before next year. this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. We've got Game 1 of the National League Division Series. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture Game 1, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting on the mound in this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do you have on him?
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch, he'll make up a pitch and throw something that you've never seen before.
Makes the catch. One down. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And now it's William Contreras. This one popped up. Horwitz settles under it. And there's 2 away. Now here's Jake Bauers. 2 down, nobody on. This one drilled, right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. A solo shot. And the Brewers have the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
Here's Pete Alonso. And that is in for a strike. Going to count 1 and 2. Now time called at the plate. Struck him out looking. But the Brewers have won with a solo shot. It's now a 1. We go to the bottom of the first. And taking the ball from Milwaukee, Carlos Rodriguez. What do you have on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see
Ortiz. Glove flip to second. A sensational double play.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You gotta love that glove toss, Boog. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full trade.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Game 1.
3 out. 3 out. You're out. Hey. 3.
Back here in L.A., new inning getting started. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tucker on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. So digging in, Brandon Lockridge. Out towards right center field. Tucker should have this one. And there's 2 away. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. And that's in for a strike. 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out. Set for the bottom of the third. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Ha-Sung Kim. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there's 1 down. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. In the air, right field. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
In the air, left field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Max Muncy at the dish. That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That K is his third of the game. All set for the start of the...
Ball 4, take the base. First base. That's ball 4.
Now pitching for Milwaukee.
Yep.
3. You're out.
Game 1 of the division series. Ready now for the 5th inning. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. This one in the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Next for Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz. Swing and a ball line to center. He's got it. One away. And now Brandon Lockridge. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. Man at second. That's out to center field. That's out number 2.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard-hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to third. Ow! And that will end the... Back here at Chavez Ravine, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a swing and a miss. Got him. Now one away.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger. Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
The 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
That is the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Edwin Diaz.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. Looking to get the tying run on base. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Kim on the move. He's got it. And that quickly 2 away. Andrew Vaughn now. Right there for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Evan Phillips, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. McGill getting loose as well. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. Got it. Bangs against the wall, but holds on. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The center fielder,
Late on that fastball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back to the top of the order now. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. On the corner for a strike. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out. Back here in L.A.
Out. 3. First base. Out.
Game 1 of the division series. All set to start the 9th in this one. Pete Alonso getting ready to hit. Right through there for a strike. And time called at the plate. Maybe try to slow things down here at a crucial spot. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it is gone. Pete Alonso takes it deep. And this game is tied. The crowd is just devastated here in Los Angeles.
Versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Here's the third baseman, David Hamilton. This one in the air, center field. Kim moving under it. And there's one down. Now it's going to be Jackson Chourio. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Out to center. Kim gets under it. And that is that. Bottom 9, and they've got a chance at a walk-off in this tie game. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez comes up empty. That's strike 2. Line drive. That's a base hit. Leadoff knock puts the winning run on base.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to...
Here comes the skip.
For Milwaukee.
Here's Nico Warner. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Makes the grab.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Tesson Kim. Step. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Now just one swing away from potentially walking this thing off.
Out towards right center field. And there's 2 down. now will be Will Smith. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the 3rd out. And back here at Chavez Ravine. On to extra innings. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Had a huge
runner breaks for 3rd. High fly ball, right field. And there's one down. So up next, Bryce Turan. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for 3rd. And that one is lifted in the air. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound. Trevor McGill
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Sends it to first, and that's terrific work out of the bullpen. Here's Kyle Tucker. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Guy's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
This guy's got good power with 1 swing. He can win it for him. Gets a piece and stays alive. King Tuck goes down on strikes.
Well-executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Muncy digs in. Fought off foul. 1-2 now. Swing and a ball popped in the air. 2-1. Here's Betts. 2 down, nobody on. And 1 fouled off. 2-2. Runs up to 96 to record the punch hit. Dodgers down in order. So no change in the... Back here at Dodger Stadium. 11th inning set to get underway. Jake Bauers up now for the Brewers. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. Clanks off his mitt. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Go ahead run on base. Pete Alonso will hit next. Now he steps out of the box as he asks for time. And it's second. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And the Brewers have the lead. It's 5-3.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
It appears Dave Roberts. Next for the Brewers, David Hamilton. The 1-1. And that one hammered. Kim makes his way towards it. And in one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. They absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one.
singing? I mean, that ball screamed out of here.
Absolutely. I mean, we only see a handful of home runs with an...
Ball 4, take your base. Ball 4, take your base.
Number 78.
Out. Three.
Now pitching for the
You're out.
number 16.
3.
Now pitching for Milwaukee, number 45.
3.
Well, I love the fact they didn't quit. They had to do a little extra work tonight to secure this win, but it's what you got to do over the course of a season if you want to be a championship ball club.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9.
Here in Milwaukee, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles, and today's starting pitcher, Brandon Woodruff. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Well, last time out, picked up the win, didn't allow a run, pitched extremely well. He doesn't have to be perfect, but if he can give another performance like last time out, his team will be happy.
Another 1-2. Back up the, oh, that got him. Gathers and throws, but it's not in time. And I'm sure they'll go and check on the left-hander now. Here's Kyle Tucker. Going to count 1-2. Got him swinging. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. One out man at first. Here's Muncy to hit. And he swings through that one. Stays alive. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position to try to...
Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And that is that. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. This is the National League Division Series on the show. Back here in Milwaukee, And today's starting pitcher, Blake Snell. What should we keep an eye on here?
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time.
Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
No, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Gone! A two-run homer. The Brewers score first. It's 2-0.
His plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Next to hit, Jackson Chourio. That one ripped. Hernandez takes it in for the out. One down. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That one ripped left field. Back there. And it is out of here. And the polar bear leads the yard. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 3-0.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One down. Next for the Brewers, Joey Ortiz. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Muncy sends it to first. He's out. Jake Bauers up now for the Brewers. Swings, and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. Muncy. And that's the inning. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. Third game of the Division Series. Top of the second. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fastball in for a strike. 1-2. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Spencer Horwitz getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
2-2 down. In the air to left center. Adams settles underneath it. 2 down. And now Teoscar Hernandez. 2 down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. Payoff pitch. Inside. That's ball 4.
Take it back.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Ha-Seong Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Two on, 2 outs.
No,
Close,
that's
but
a ball.
called a ball. And the count is 3-1. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. 2 left on. Down to the bottom of the second. It's back here at American Family Field. Bottom of the second. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now they've got some speed on first.
Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A two-run blast. And they add to their lead. It's 5-zip.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Lockridge, on the ground. Betts whips it to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after getting up the homer. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. Makes the catch for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. William Contreras digs in now. High fly ball out towards left center. Kick settles under it. And that is that. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. Back here in Milwaukee, new inning getting started. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The 1-2. Struck him out looking. The 1-1. That clips the corner.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1-2 now. King Tuck goes down on strikes. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side. Bottom of the inning, digging in, Jackson Chourio. Ball to strike. The pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That ball's carried. Out of here. A solo shot. And they boost their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Brewer. They're clearly feeding off of each other like they do. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Blake Snell will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. The new pitcher in the game, Gavin Stone. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's Pete Alonso. This one belted deep left field. On its way, gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 7-0.
Nah, he's just showing off out there, and who could blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat and watch it go a long way. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Bird. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Next to hit, Joey Ortiz. On the ground to the left. The throw to first. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. Jake Bowers up now for the Brewers. Right through there for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Evan Phillips looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen.
And that one hammered Jim. Long run. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. Here's the center fielder, Jordan Adams. Man at second. Hit on the ground to short. Betts whips it to first. And that is the third out of the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now back here at American.
3. Out. Out. 3. You're out. 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 You're out. 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 You're out. 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 You're out. 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 3. Out. Out. 3.
Now pitching for the Brewers,
Out.
number
3.
41.
Out. You're out. 3. Out. That's ball 4. 3.
Game threes are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this. Here in Milwaukee, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi, folks. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it kind of proved to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. And today's starting pitcher, Jacob Mizorowski. What's the scouting report on him?
Boom, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
2 down, nobody on. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. And now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. This is Bryce Terang.
Leading off tonight, the second baseman, number 2.
On a line out towards center. For Armstrong. Takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. And now it's William Contreras. That one ripped. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. The relay throw. And he's there with a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Loud contact leads to the double.
He's trying for third. On a line. Go Armstrong. Running hard to get it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
There's a line drive to left field, and the inning is over. Game 5 of the NLCS. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Jazz Chisholm Jr. The 1-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And next for the Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. 2 up, 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Got him swinging for the carry. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom half of inning number 2, Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. And that is in for a strike. And a count 1-2. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, that's a pitch. That slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Now here's Jake Bauers. Right down to shoot, and the count is 1-2.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Gets it to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. This one in the air center field. Crow Armstrong should have this one. And that'll do it. On to the third inning. Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya. Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. A solo shot. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Fastball for a strike. Swings and misses. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Swanson digs in. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really
brings it in. And that is that. Cubs draw first blood on this solo homer. Back here at American Family Field as we go to the last of the third. Jordan Adams up now for the Brewers. Swing and a ball lifted left field. One down. Next for the Brewers, Brandon Lockridge. That's a base hit. And now the lineup turns over with one away. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Terang getting ready to hit. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one carrying. And it is out of here. That's his 4th home run of the series. And now they're out front. It's 2-1.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there, too. Gave it a great effort, but those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
In the air to left center, Arozarena on the move to the alley. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Up now for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. Swing and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. This one belted deep left field, on its way, and gone. Pete Alonso with a rocket. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down. Next for Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz. Out towards left center. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 4-1. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. On to the 4th. And here's the first.
3 out. Ball 4. Take the base. 3 out. 3. You're out. Out. 3 out. 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 You're out. Out. 3.
Now
3. Ball 4. Take your base. Out.
Now pitching for the Brewers.
3.
Number 33.
3.
AJ.
Out. You're out. Out. 3. Out. 3. You're out. 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 Out.
In an
see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
So, Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Ball four. Ball four, take your base. Ball four, take your base.
Now pitching for Milwaukee, number 26, Aaron Ashby. Now pitching for the Cubs, number 43, Luke.
That's ball four.
Now pitching for the Cubs, 32.
Ball four, take the base.
Now pitching for the Cubs, number 88.
Ball four, take your base. Ball four. First base. Ball four. Take your base.
John Shelby with Chris Singleton. Welcome into our broadcast. We've got nobody out here in the fifth. Here's a 1-1. This one in the air, center field for Armstrong. Should have this one. One away. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. That one ripped left field. Way back there. Going, gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they cut into the deficit. It's 5-2.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? That pitch looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out, at least to bring it around belt level, but that one just stayed up, and with that kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there.
Out to short. Gets it to first. That's out number 2. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Terang now at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. Suzuki on his way over. He makes the grab, and that is that. The decisive 7th game of this National League Championship Series. We head to the bottom of the
outside, that's a ball.
Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. And here comes the Brewers. Here comes the new arm for the Brewers, Logan Henderson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. One gone here.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Inside, ball.
Swing and a ball popped up. Takes it in for the out. 2 away down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. That one fouled off. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking.
That is the inning. Here at Wrigley Field, start of the 6th, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading off, William Contreras. Right through there for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A solo shot. And they close the gap. It's 5-3.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out?
Now, Jackson Chourio. Line drive, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Time called. Here's Pete Alonso. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Pete Alonso takes it deep. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they tie it up. It's 5-5.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate.
The pitcher on here, Porter Hodge.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position.
Oh, now this is drilled to center. Way back there, on its way, and gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they rally from 4 back. It's 6-5.
This is a perfect example of why you keep grinding out your bats even when you're down big. You never know what might happen later in the game.
So digging in, Jake Bauers. from his knees, and they get the out.
But he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, only from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Next to hit, David Hamilton. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, whips it to first on the run, and it beats him. What a play. 2 down, bases empty. Now here is Jordan Adams. The 2-1. And that one hammered back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Another homer. Make that 4 homers in the inning. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Daniel Palencia.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now it's going to be Brandon Lockridge. Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that is that. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Carson Kelly. Next offering is fouled back.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
1 up, 1 down.
The batter, number 7.
The Cubbies trailing by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Now around second, going for third. And he's got himself a triple.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Got fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Struck him out looking. Huge strikeout there. Right through there for a strike.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
And that will end the inning. Back here at the friendly confines, here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. This one in the air, center field. Armstrong settles under it, takes it in for the out. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. He flushed one out of here earlier, an absolute tape measure shot.
Yeah, indeed. It was a rocket. Just launched that thing. His swing, man, is so clean right now. I doubt he even felt the baseball make contact with the bat.
That's out number 2. 2 down, nobody on. In the air to left center for Armstrong. On the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
1 down.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Got him swinging. So a lefty out of the pen, Luke Little. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Swings through that one for strike 2. Oh, look at the stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Joey Ortiz. This one in the air, center field. Armstrong in and to his right, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for Milwaukee, the first baseman, number 9, Jake Bauer.
2 down, nobody on. In the air, left field, and it drops in. So 2 out, now keeps the inning alive.
Up next for Milwaukee.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
Next to hit, David Hamilton. In the air to left center, and that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. Last half of the 8th coming up. The decisive 7th game of this National League Championship Series. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. And that one is lifted in the air. Adams settles underneath it. And there's 1 away. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. And I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location. But he found a way to just get it by him.
Now it's going to be Carson Kelly. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Ben Brown. The 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Digging in, Brandon Lockridge. This one in the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Now that's smacked to right center. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with 1 away. High leverage spot, and William Contreras digging in. 2 on, 1 out. And that clips the inside corner.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Hit in the air, center field. And he makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. He'll score the sac fly. It's 9-5. Pete Alonso, the next to hit. Swing and a ball popped up. Chisholm under it. And that is that. They get back here at Wrigley Field. Dansby hands in. Here comes the manager. So they turn to their closer, Abner Uribe.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Got him. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings through him for the K. Cubbies with only 1 out left.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
This could end it. The Milwaukee Brewers are champions of the National League, and they are headed to the World Series.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.
You're out. Out. 3. Out. Out. You're out.
Now pitching for the Royals,
Out.
number 41,
You're out.
Daniel.
Out. You're out. Out.
Now pitching for Seattle,
3.
number
You're
49,
out.
Johan Ramirez. Now pitching for
3.
the Mariners,
Out.
number
4-4. Take your
73,
base. You're out. 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 3. Save. Out. Out.
Now pitching
Ball
for
4. Take your base. Out.
number 45,
Out.
Jose
That's ball 4.
Now pitching for the Royals,
Ball
number
4. Take your
53,
base. You're out.
Carlos Estevez.